Today we're doing some amazing baby back ribs on our pit boss. Stay tuned. Alright guys, here we have is 2 racks of baby back ribs. Now first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the membrane off. Now you guys don't have to take the membrane, but it's better if you do. But like I said, everybody's different. So we're going to go ahead and take this off. Alright, so first things first, you want to come somewhere here in the middle. You're going to need a butter knife. And try to see if you can get inside that skin. Kind of jab it a little bit. Try not to rip it. Try to go as deep as you can. Pull it up a little bit. It's coming up. Pull it up. And then we have a nice little pocket there. Take it out. Grab your napkin. Put your finger all the way in there. Lift it. And there it is. Alright, we're going to do the same on the other one and we'll be back. Alright, so now that we have the membrane off, we're going to go ahead and put a binder, and it's going to be the mustard. So, just enough. Nice little line. Get it all over. Same on this one. So these are baby back ribs that we're doing on our pit balls. Just in time for the weekend, especially 4th of July. These will be perfect for that. Now, of course, we're using our Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. There'll be a link in the description if you guys want to try them out. I suggest you guys check them out if you guys haven't. Now we're gonna go a nice coat on these, nice and heavy. And we're going to do both of them the same. You're just going to pat them in there. Just pat it in there. No rubbing, no nothing, just pat it. Now we're going to go ahead and flip them. And we do the same thing on this side. And we're going to pat them in there. Alright. Now, how we're going to cook these bad boys, we're going to put our pit balls to 225 degrees. Now, these are the style that we're going is the 3-2-1. That's pretty much the only way I do them. But the 3-2-1 method, you really have to pay attention to the second part, which is supposed to be 2 hours. It's never 2 hours. So we're going to teach you today the best way to do the 3-2-1s. So the beginning of the 3-2-1 is a 3. That's 3 hours. So these are going to be in there for 3 hours. Now that one you don't have to worry about it. The 3 hours, pretty much what you're doing for the first 3 hours is you're adding the smoke flavor into the meat. So the first 3 hours, we're not going to touch it. We're just going to put them in there, forget about them, come back in 3 hours, and you're fine. So the first 3 hours is where you're going to get really the smoke flavor into this meat. And that's why we're cooking it at 225. That's the best setting to get really smoke flavor on these bad boys. That being said, let's go ahead and fire up our pit boss. Alright, our pit boss is up to 225. And we're going to put these bad boys over here. And we'll be back in 3 hours. Alright, it's been exactly 3 hours. Now, the best way to know when your ribs are ready is none of the rub comes off. So, these are ready to go. So let's take them out and we'll be back. Alright, welcome back. So here we have our second stage, and this is the wrapping part. Now, when you use foil wrap, you lose some of that bark. So that's why a lot of people use, some of the people use butcher paper. Butcher paper, you retain that nice bark to it. So what we're gonna do on this is we're not gonna add no liquid. We're just gonna put the ribs in here, and hopefully we have a lot of that bark. And so we're just gonna put those in there. And just wrap it like that. And we're gonna do the same to the other one. And just give a good wrap. And that's it. Normally, now if you want, when you wrap these, you could add apple juice, butter, and then wrap it like this and then put them in there. But like I said, I'm gonna put them just like this with no juice, no nothing, and see how it comes out just doing it this way. So now that they're wrapped, we're not adding no more smoke flavor. So we're gonna bump up our pit boss to 275, and we're gonna cook this a little bit more faster. And then once they hit about 202 internal temp, that's when they're coming out, and we're gonna add the barbecue sauce. So that being said, let's go ahead and put these back in the pit boss. All right, our pit boss is at 275. And we'll be back when it hits 202 internal temp. All right, they've been there for 1 hour, and I checked them, and they're at 202. We'll be back. All right, so here you have it. We got our ribs done. So we're going to transfer them here so we can add the sauce. As you can see, they're juicy in there. So we're going ahead and add some sauce on the backside. Get it all over. They smell really good. All right. Now we're going to flip them. And add some on this side. All right, we're gonna put these back in there, and we're gonna leave them for 30 minutes just to tighten up that sauce. So let's put these back on our pit boss. All right. Here they go, and we'll be back in 30 minutes. All right, it's been 30 minutes. And these look great. We'll be back. All right, guys, so here you have it. Before we get into this, let's have a quick recap of what we did today. Alright, so let's turn these around and give them a cut. So you turn them around so you can see where the bone is, and you can cut them right where you need to. And it makes it really easy to cut if you see where the bone is. Alright. Look at this. This looks so good. That rub is so good. The barbecue sauce. Fall off the bone. This is what I call fall off the bone. Now if you guys don't like to fall off the bone and like a little pull, then instead of taking them out on the second part, when you take them out at 202, you can take them out earlier, like at 195, and then it won't be as fall off the bone as this one is. But man, this is so good. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.